Hi guys, it's Phil from CrossFit Cambridgeshire here. As many of you know, we're doing man versus mountain, which is one of the rack race challenges. So what I wanted to do today was just basically go through some of the kit that we're going to need for the day. Okay? So we'll start off with a bag. So a nice lightweight bag I've got here. Inside the bag, the first thing that we're going to cover is water. I'm probably going to take a bladder, so something that goes inside the bag. You want to make sure that you've got at least a litre to 2 litres of water for that day. The last thing is you want to run out of water. Okay. Next we're going to look at food. Here we've got a couple of protein bars. These are typically about 300 calories each. We're going to have about 400 on you all the time. So if you know you're going to eat a couple during the race, if you're caught in a worst case scenario, you want to have extra food, so making sure you've got about 400 calories, so either bars or gels or things like that. One thing I would say is when you're doing an event like this, you don't want to be trying anything out for the first time, so make sure you've done your practice runs and your training and you've actually had some of the stuff that you're planning on taking in the day so that you know it sits well on the stomach. Next we're going to look at head cover. So something like a buff, which you can turn into a hat, put around your neck, or just a normal beanie would be fine. Just make sure, again, if the weather turns for the worst, that you've got something to keep you nice and warm. Again, when we're talking about safety, we want to make sure we've got a survival blanket or a survival bag. So these are fairly small, they can pack down. We've got a first aid kit. I always like to carry a torch because you never know the situations. And the other thing is a whistle. For the whistle, you could either attach it to your bag. I personally prefer to have it on myself just in case something did happen to the bag and again you got in trouble, you know you've got the whistle so you can raise attention. Money and phone. For the more valuable things, so like the money and phone, I would suggest putting it into a dry bag, first aid kit, torch, etc. Just so you know it's not going to get damaged, okay? So that goes nice and secure, and that would go into your bag. Next thing we're going to look at is shoes. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a pair of Innovates. This is what I'm actually training in at the moment. Ideally you should be training in the shoes and the clothing that you're going to wear for the event now, okay? The last thing you want to do is try something new. So when we're looking at shoes, you should be nice and settled into it. If you do get any hot spots, so that's where you can feel blisters coming, then my suggestion would be zinc oxide tape. Tape up those areas in your training runs as well, so you know how your feet are going to feel. This goes down to wearing the same socks each time as well. You don't want to try anything out new at all. Okay, we're 3.5 weeks out now, or 3 weeks should I say. I said wear them as much as you can so you know you're comfortable. Next we're going to move on to clothing. One of the key things is a waterproof jacket. I've just got a normal jacket here for the purpose of this video, but you want a waterproof jacket that takes things, okay? That's critical, rather than just a showerproof thing. You want something that you know is going to be waterproof, so waterproof and lightweight, so that will go in the bag as well. Depending on how much space you've got in your bag, bags can probably look at about 15 to 20 litres in capacity. That's a sort of alright size. You don't want anything too big so it chafes on your back. Potentially an insulation layer as well, so like an undertop that you just want to put in as well. You know you're going to suffer from a little bit of chafing, so on the insides of your legs, on your nipples and things like that, on the other side of your arms. Again, zinc oxide tape is a really good solution for that. Or you could use like a body glide, just apply to the areas that you know you're susceptible to. But like I said for the other things, like the same with the shoes, make sure you're wearing the same kit that you want to wear on the day in your training runs, so you can establish these hot spots and things like that. Last of all, pair of gloves and some potential leg cover as well. You know, you might be out there for a longer time, or you've got a little bit of space, so a pair of lightweight joggers or something like that. Hope this video has been of help, guys. If you've got any questions or queries, feel free to drop us a comment below. If you found it useful and you think other people who are doing similar challenges will find something like this useful, please feel free to share and like it with them. And yeah, we'll see you on the start line of Man vs Mountain 5th of September. Cheers guys.